Hello and welcome, my name's Mike. Well, this is the first time I've actually been into the loft for months now, and just giving the layout a quick once over just to see that it's all intact. Trains don't run too good at the moment. It looks like I'll have to get the CMX track cleaner out, but once that's been whipped round we should be back to normal services here at Wordsworth. Now I'm just showing just a few updates, or should I say new additions to the layout. We've got the new Wordsworth bus stop being put in place outside the station here at North Fango. This is available as a download. Anyone who's interested can get it from the Wordsworth website. If we just go round, there's still lots to do down here at North Fango. Still got buildings to complete, chimney pots to go on, walls to go up. All the road markings have still got to be put in. Plus there is some doubt whether this side of the layout will actually survive. I've been toying with the idea of ripping the whole lot up at this section and using it to extend off the board and going down the other half of the loft. We'll have to wait and see. I think that's why Wordsworth is actually ground to a halt at the moment. I just don't know where to take it from here. But if we carry on, we'll show you what else you haven't seen on any of the videos lately. So if we come down, here we are coming down into Helms Bridge. It's started to green up nicely, still needs some more greenery, adding foliage here and there. The canal's looking pretty good. I've got the first canal boat built. That's a balsa kit that I got from eBay, and then me being me, I decided to alter the look of the kit by printing off a new tarpaulin and a new cab section at the back. If we go have a look at the road, that's come up rather well. I'm rather pleased with that. Normally my painting skills are terrible, but that's turned out really well and looks weathered. And then we come round to the Lambert Jones textile mill. Yeah, everything still looks okay here. Just need to dull this back wall down a little bit and then we should be good to go again. Okay, we're now down at the South Fango side of the layout. This is well behind schedule. Once again, work stopped because, like North Fango, this section could actually be getting ripped up. Just don't know what to do with this section at the moment. I don't know whether to just carry on completing the road, because like as can be seen, none of the road surface has actually been painted in. There's still lots of paperwork still to go on. Decision time. We'll have to wait and see. But we actually drop you down into South Fango station. Here we go. We've got Station Road. We come round into some Wordsworth kits, these last two buildings here on the left. We've got what should have been the Grand Station at South Fango. That's ground to a halt. Just don't know where to take it. I think this canopy section, I was happy with it, but now I think that's got to go. It makes the layout too dark this side. I think we'll have to develop a canopy that's made from clear acetate and looks more like a glass roof rather than what we've got at present. We've got buildings to replace. This is the first generation good shed that I made. This all needs updating. We'll get round to that eventually. We've got the diesel fuel point, a plastic kit. I haven't got around to painting that. Surprise, surprise. And then we'll come round. There's another little Wordsworth kit that actually supplements the diesel pump rather nicely. I'm pleased with how that one's turned out. That's available on the website for anyone that's interested. And then we actually come round. Here we go, we've got Wordsworth Castle. The only section that's been painted is the centre tower. Rest of it's still not being painted because, once again, don't know whether I want a complete castle or whether I want just a tower, or whether I'm going to go and do a bit of kit bashing and make some ruined walls. It's all time and decisions. I'll get there eventually. But as we come round, we've got the church, and then we actually drop down into Wordsworth itself. I mean, this station building here is due for an update, or an upgrade should I say, because the kit buildings that I put in were all first generation. The plan was nice, simple, quick, easy to build. You get them thrown in and the layout looks nice whilst you're running trains. But the second generation kits that I'm now producing have actually got see-through windows, detailed interiors and LED lighting, so that it should bring the layout to life. Well, I brought you round to North Fango signal box. This is a replacement signal box which actually replaced the original box. Once again, it was a step further down the line, but even this is now ready for replacement. If I take you round to the Wordsworth signal box now, I'll slowly go around so we don't get dizzy. Now this is the latest generation signal box. It's actually got LED lighting, it's got a detailed interior, it's actually got crew inside. The only thing I haven't done is got round to wiring any of the LED lighting up on this layout. Just a little bit idle at times, or it could be that I just haven't got enough time in the day. I've also started the single road engine shed at the back. That's actually getting replaced with a kit that I'm talking about within the thread on the forums. Hopefully I'll get that replaced soon, and it'll look pretty good, this section, because the engine shed's got lights, the signal box has got lights. It's going to look pretty good down this side of the layout, because as we can be seen from this shot, there is some dark areas. Even though I've got loft windows in, because of the apex construction of the roof, you do still get shadows cast here and there. As we come round, we've got Wordsworth Roundhouse. Now that one's actually a plastic kit which I actually based my cardboard model on. Don't know whether that's going to be replaced with a card kit, because the roundhouse that I built is a first generation one. It's got no real windows in, so I'm going to revisit the roundhouse and see if we can get proper windows in, proper lights in, and I think that will then replace this once I get that far. Then if we come round, we've actually got a scale scene double road engine shed here. This was one of the buildings that actually got me thinking about doing my own builds. Now I've got a long way to go to get up to this standard, but hey, it's all self-taught and I'm sure I'll get there eventually. Now I need to develop some LED lightings for that one. As can be seen, the shed area has actually got yard lights, but once again, nothing's actually wired up. Regards lights. Need to get busy and get some of this done. What I do need to do is get the CMX track cleaner going, because like I said, the layout hasn't been run for about 2 months, and the sound locos especially just do not like the dirty track at all. There's another signal box there, that's the Strathspey style signal box. Once again I'll revisit the this kit, and we'll get some proper windows put in, an interior and LED lighting. I want the layout to start looking a little bit more realistic than what it is at the moment. And then if we come back, here we are back at North Fango station, and the footbridges, I've actually started work redeveloping these. These will actually have proper steps in them, proper windows, and once again LED lighting will light them up, and the whole layout will look pretty good, or I hope it will. So here we are, the nerve centre of Wordsworth. It's the Ecos ESU 5200 command station. It can do everything. It can control your points, your track settings. I'm just a little bit tactile when it comes to the points, and hence I've kept the switches for the points. And then if we go over to the other control panel, that's got rest of the track layout where all the points are, and the switches have been installed so that the lighting can be put on various sections of the layout as and when we actually get round to wiring these up. Well, I've actually brought you round to the north side of North Fango. This is the dilemma that I'm actually in. It's nearly completed, but I really want to demolish this lot. Now, if I bring you round the apex beam, right, the whole hillside would have to come out, because what I want to do is bring 2 lines off the layout, which would then come down onto a branch line, which would just be an 8-inch shelf, which would come all the way down. It's about 10 foot, 12 foot down into the corner section here, and here we are onto the apex wall of the house, where at the moment it's just used for storing junk and bits and bobs. What I want to do is put a 2-foot section board that would span this width, which once again is about 10 foot wide, and I want to have just one big station, so trains would pull in and you'd actually use proper run round loops, and you'd come back, collect the train, and then you'd come back round, down the branch line, and back on to the layout, and then you could run round the layout, and then when you're ready, come back and bring it back round off the layout, back onto the branch line, and back to the station. It's an interesting idea. Whether I get round to actually pulling this one off, I don't know. It's time and money at the moment, and I don't have a right lot of both at present, so we'll wait and see. Okay, I brought you around to the creative part of the loft. This is where bulk of the kits actually get built. As can be seen, what we've got on the layout at the moment, here's the engine shed that I was telling you about. It's still very much flat packed at the moment. All I've got complete is the water tower that sits on top of the entrance, and we've got the apex inner truss work. Here's something else I've been working on. This is for Argyle Road. This is the new replacement signal box that replaces the first generation one. If we have a look, I don't know if we can get in, but it's actually got proper windows in this. It's got a detailed interior, and as can be seen with the wires sticking out, it's fitted with LED lights. Once again, can't wait to actually get that into place and powered up. So what happens to all the kits that I make and then I don't actually use on the layout? Well, they're dotted around all over up here in the loft. We've got the old oak pub that I completed and then never got to install anywhere. We've got the new style church tower, the rear extension. We've got two little houses down here. We've got church side wings that I never got round to actually completing. Let's have a look. We've got the terrace row of cottages. Let me just nip round here. Yep. We've got the new garage that's just ended up on the stockpile. And if I bring you down and round, sorry if I'm making you dizzy, if we come round underneath the layout, well, here we go. We've got the coaling stage, which is still getting built. We've got the old engine sheds, double road sheds, the boiler house. There's all sorts. Well, I'll have to sign off because I've got the flashing light on the camcorder. It's telling me my time's up. So I hope you've enjoyed your little guided tour that I've given you around Wordsworth, and I'll catch you later.